people are starting to talk about silly season, and I like silly season. I really like to guess who is going where. So a few silly season updates that we've heard about so far is Kyle Larson could be going to Stewart Haas. That was a rumor that started almost immediately when he got banned from NASCAR.
Right.
And it kind of makes sense that Tony Stewart, a driver who has had his own issues throughout the sport of getting in trouble with different things, who has also been drivers who've also had their own issues, like Kurt Busch, would also take another driver who had a similar issue, who is a really great driver. So I do think that Kyle Larson will take Clint Bowyer's spot. Clint Bowyer, I think, will go to Fox. He'll take that third spot there with Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon. I really do think that'll happen.
And that would add some color there, too. I hope that happens.
Yeah, because Darrell Waltrip added that color, that crazy hillbilly. He'll say anything, boogity, boogity, boogity. So I think Clint will definitely bring something to the table that's a little bit stale and vanilla there. Needs something.
Yeah.
And I think that would definitely, we'd see it. Chase Briscoe, we talked about this earlier, but man, he is definitely looking like a driver that could be in the Cup next year, which Stewart Haas would be the obvious place for him. So I don't know. He could take the spot in the 14. I don't know. But we also got the 48. Who is going to take over for Jimmy Johnson?
My God, and that rumor mill is just a freaking churning. And boy, does it chap my ass. I can't – I start to get excited when it was Ross Chastain. It's like, yeah, I'd take the watermelon man. The guy who came from a watermelon farmer, was racing, smashes the watermelon. That'd be awesome. Like, cool personality, good racer, and then everything starts flowing out there. I just saw after this race, and it wasn't due to any of the comments made, but people were talking about how Rick Hendrick was going to try and wine and dine Tyler Reddick, and I didn't know as much about the NASCAR contracts and how they work, but he could easily buy out the contract and bring him in. And if he's racing this well, you don't want to bring somebody into the 48 that's going to take 3 years to get up to speed. That's how you're going to lose a bunch of fans. So that rumor mill is churning. The Brad Keselowski, there was Denny Hamlin being thrown in there for a second, which, dear Lord, please don't let it be Denny. But there's so much going on.
I think Denny is like basically a franchise player at this point. I don't think that he's going to leave JGR or take FedEx elsewhere. But there are so many drivers that are getting older into their career, or just different drivers that haven't really taken off. Eric Jones hasn't really shown a whole lot, driving for one of the best teams in NASCAR. So I could potentially see him being replaced. Who would that be? Would Christopher Bell take his place? Would somebody else take his place? I don't know. So it's very early. It's July. Season ends in November, but there will start to be some shuffling going on here. So I'm really excited to see that take off. But mark your calendars this weekend. Set your DVR. Don't forget to watch Trucks, Xfinity,
your TiVo,
and Cup, your TiVo. If those still exist, make sure you tune in. So it should be a good one.
And we've got ARCA too. ARCA's at Kentucky, so we've got 4. If you have NBC Track Pass, you can watch the ARCA race at Kentucky too.
I did not know that. Yeah, so ARCA as well.
So we've got 4 races.
I wish they included on the NASCAR app ARCA along with it. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, you've got to go to the ARCA arcaracing.com to get their schedule, but they have the General Tire 150 going on. So it's a little bit shorter race. Usually they're running like 200s, but it's a little bit shorter. And Haley Deegan had a good showing at the Lucas Oil, the other track up there in Indy. So
I think 3rd, 4th.
Yeah, third. So she finished P3. So it'll be fun to watch them. And